Hey there, Mr. Johnson. It is Tuesday, July 3rd, and... oh man, I have to sneeze. And this is totally not a setup for a joke. Whoa. This is new. So yes, Steve, I do have a surprise for you, but in order to show you that surprise, I have to change the recording now. This is my new camera. It is a Canon Vixia HSR300. It's a lot of things to remember. HFS 300 is what it's called. It's a lot of letters to remember, and I don't really remember it, but it shoots pretty good video, and I can set white balance on it so the color isn't changing, and that's really nifty. I'm not gonna lie. It's really cool that I can lock white balance because it was so difficult to color correct with changing colors. And there was a misunderstanding in the last video, and that was mostly my fault because I am terrible at phrasing things, and that is that it's not until next week that I'm going to be at the beach with the Johnsons on our biannual trip to the beach. So that's why I'm here this week. But Steve, for the first time ever, I had the misfortune of using my friend you made a major mistake on the road button on the car, also known to most people as the horn. Now, I have never ever had to use the horn before. One time a dump truck almost cut me off, and I just hit the brakes instead of honking at it. But this guy, I saw it coming. I was ready. So I was driving down the road, and I realized this car off to my right side about to come into traffic, and I thought, he has stopped at that stop sign, but he does not look like he's going to be stopped at that stop sign for a very long time. So I took my foot off of the gas and put my foot on the brake just in case, because you never know what people are going to do on the road. And right as I was approaching the unreasonable distance for him to decide to accelerate, he decided to accelerate. So I had to put my foot on the brake, and I had already put my hand on the steering wheel, and I pressed the button that said, "Friend, you made a bad decision." And for me, this is something, which it normally isn't something, just because, I mean, most people just honk at everything. I've seen a lot of people honk at a lot of things. I used to live in DC. I've seen it happen. But I never got around to hitting the horn, because it always just seems like hitting the brakes is so much easier, and hitting the horn can scare them, and it's just not worth it. But in this case, it was just, friend, you made a bad decision. Embrace it. So that was my adventure last night. Also, I went and watched Ted, by the way, which you may not have heard of in Korea because I'm certain it's only released in America. But it is about a teddy bear that has been wished into real life. So it's a lot like Pinocchio, but with a teddy bear who does inappropriate adult things. I would suggest, yes, watch this movie. It was hilarious. I was dying in the first 10 seconds before the credits even came on. It was hilarious. However, there is a caveat. Do not watch this movie with your parents, because they will not find it funny, because it's not advertised for them. It's advertised for people like me, who find things like this hilarious. Seth MacFarlane does the voice of the teddy bear, and wrote it, and I think directed it. So yes, Ted, hilarious, will not describe on YouTube, because I do not want to stoop our channel to that level. But it was very funny, which kind of, I guess, stoops our channel to that level. So, Steve, before we stoop any lower, I will see you tomorrow. Also, by the way, I mentioned a couple months ago that I would reveal what the title of our apartment is when we reach 1,000 subscribers, and haven't really said anything about it since, but that offer still stands. If we do reach 1,000 subscribers, I promise I will reveal the name of our apartment. And as a hint, the abbreviation for the apartment is the SGFPL.